Hey guys, it's Games or Adam, and welcome to one of my top 5 videos. And in this top 5, we are going to be going over the top 5 maps you need to play in Zombie Chronicles. Now, a lot of the maps in Chronicles are obviously amazing, but I think there are 5 maps that definitely you guys need to check out right away and benefit the most from this update. So just to quickly clarify, not only are we going over the visual improvements on all these maps, a lot of these maps, guys, play differently in Black Ops 3 in a good way. You know, some of the maps in Black Ops 1 and World of War, and even with Origins in Black Ops 2, they all played a little differently, but here with the BO3 mechanics, they play differently, and I think a lot of them play much better here in BO3, so that's what we're going to be going over. And it's kind of crazy because I was thinking about kind of the maps that I would want to play the most when Chronicles was kind of first leaked, when that list of maps was leaked. And when I was thinking about it then, and I kind of look at my list now, it's completely different because I was actually really surprised with some of these maps. And there are maps on my list now that I definitely wouldn't have put on my list prior to playing these guys. So guys, enjoy, drop a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't, and let's get into the top 5. So starting our list off at number 5, and surprisingly guys, I really didn't think I'd put this on my list, but here we are with Nacht der Untoten, and this is the first map that I played. And going into this map, I was thinking, you know, just regular Nacht der Untoten. You have the box, you got a couple of doors, we might have Mule Kick, and that's pretty much it. But boy, was I wrong. So we do have the Mule Kick machine, but we also have the Wonder Fizz, and that completely changes Nacht in a good way though, because, you know, we've gotten Nacht so many times, and it's nice to kind of have a different version of it. So you can play the map completely differently now because you do have the Wonder Fizz. So you have all 9 perks on the map in the Wonder Fizz. And of course, you have Gobble Gums as well. So if you decide to use Crate Power, then of course you can have Pack-a-Punched weapons on this map. Now you're probably thinking, oh, that probably ruins the map. It's definitely different, but it's different in a good way because, again, we've all played Nacht, and Nacht is always the same thing, right? In Black Ops 1 and in World of War, you know, you had that same version of Nacht, which is like the basic stuff, and of course BO1 had Mule Kick, and it's alright, but again, having that same thing, I don't think the community would like it that much, so this kind of gives Nacht a fresh way to play the map, and I think they did a really good job with it. So coming in at number 4 on my list, I have another World at War map, and that is Shinonuma. Now going into it, I was definitely hyped about Shinonuma because I was thinking about the whole remaster. It can really benefit from it because Shinonuma is one of those maps that has a lot of vegetation. You're in the swamp, and it doesn't really look all that amazing in World of War and Black Ops 1. So, you know, I was expecting Shino to be a pretty awesome remaster, but honestly, I was blown away with how awesome this map looks. And going back to Nacht, adding in the Wonder Fizz, and then with the Gobble Gums, it kind of gives you a different way to play, honestly, all the World at War maps that were added into Zombie Chronicles. And not gonna lie, guys, I'm just a big fan of Shinonuma. I played the crap out of this map back in World at War, but if you haven't played it yet, especially for the newer players, I definitely recommend giving Shinonuma a go because I would say it's one of the easier maps, especially once you get set up. You grab like the Wonder Waff, you can train on this map for days, and with the remaster, guys, it is absolutely beautiful. Every map in Zombie Chronicles that has a lot of vegetation looks absolutely spectacular now, and Shinonuma, guys, I'm really happy with how this map turned out. So coming in at number 3 on my list, I had to put Kino der Toten here, guys, and Kino it's just such a classic. It's such a fan favorite map, and I feel like a lot of people are going to gravitate towards Kino der Toten, and here's why. First off, it was the base map in Black Ops 1. So if you bought Black Ops 1, which is a lot of people, because Call of Duty Black Ops 1 had pretty high sales. I think it's ranked like number 2, really close to number 1 for the highest selling COD. So if you bought Black Ops 1, you probably played Keynote or Toten, and it's such a chill map to play on. It's just so chill. It's so similar to the Giant from Black Ops 3. If you haven't played Kino yet, definitely compare to that map right there, because the Giant, it's not a big map. It's really chill. It's nice to set up. It's quick to set up, and you have the Pack-a-Punch, and really not much more than that. You just survive. And that's what Kino is like. Now, of course, you have the Nova 6 crawlers, which kind of add a different element to it. But you have the Thunder Gun then, and you have this amazing training spot, which is the stage. So Kino, for new players, I think all you guys who are new are definitely gonna love this map. Now, for the people who have played Kino like myself, and I know I put at least like 300-400 hours into Kino alone back in the day, I'm curious, how much did you guys play Kino? Let me know in the comment section below. But for those of you who played Kino, when you play this map, you'll feel right at home, because everything looks the same, everything is the same. You have the Easter egg there as well with those film reels, which is a bit different now, but it's the map we know and love, and having those gobblegums and some new guns in the box kind of add a different element. It kind of changes things up, which is really nice. But overall, guys, Kino is a spectacular map here in Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles, and one of the maps I recommend playing first, or one of the first maps you guys should definitely play, is Kino or Toten. So coming in at number 2, guys, we have Shangri-La, and the first thing you'll notice when you load up Shangri-La is the visuals. And this is a map that really benefits from the current hardware we have right now. I've always talked about, imagine if Shangri-La got remastered for years now, because Shangri-La back in Black Ops 1, it never really looked that good, because it was so much vegetation, you're in the middle of the jungle. It kind of looked grainy in my opinion, but here in Black Ops 3, damn, this map is stunning. Of course, you're in the jungle, like I just said. You have the waterfall, you have the slide, you have the fire zombie, you have the screeching zombie, you have the JGB. There's just so much going on this map visually. It's just so pleasing to look at. The mine shafts. Honestly, guys, they did such a good job remastering Shangri-La. I had to put it in the number 2 spot. And it is a bit of a challenging map, though. That's the one thing, is Shangri-La isn't an easy map. You know, tight quarters, not really a lot of training spots. But you don't want just an easy map, right? I think when people want a challenge, they'll definitely come to Shangri-La, and I've always liked Shang. I know a lot of people, when Black Ops 1 came out, really didn't like Shang. Like, Shang was a hated map back in the day. I feel like now more people like it, but back in the day, man, everyone ripped on Shangri-La just because it was such a tough map. But Gobblegums will definitely help with that now, but it won't be as easy as some of the other maps. So if you want more of a challenge, definitely give Shangri-La a go. So coming in at number 1 on my list, guys, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, I had to put in Moon, because Moon is a completely different map here in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and it plays differently in such a good way. Back in Black Ops 1, I really was not too crazy about Moon. Even today, I don't really like playing Moon in Black Ops 1. I think the map's kind of slow. The astronaut, the jug and speed cola at Area 51, the gravity, and even though a lot of those things are still in the Black Ops 3 version, they've kind of fixed a couple of them. Of course, the astronaut's still there. With jug and speed, that can be kind of fixed with gobblegums, which is nice. There's another way of getting that instead of having to go back and forth, which is kind of annoying. And then the gravity. The big one for me, guys, was definitely the gravity. I think it was really severe in Black Ops 1. There's times I'm running, I just go over this little bump and I fly into my horde of zombies and I'm dead. That just doesn't happen in Black Ops 3. The gravity's still there, but it's not so severe. You're not going to just fly off randomly because you hit a little bump, and that is so, so nice. Now, all that stuff is awesome, but the big thing with Moon, guys, is this looks like a completely different map. Black Ops 1 Moon, guys, it was just static. There was really not much going on with colors or really anything on that map. It was just static, no colors, moon dust. I don't know what else. There's just really nothing going on with Moon back in Black Ops 1. But here in Black Ops 3, this map is alive. It should be very dead, but it is alive. Like, the big one for me is the biodome. The biodome, when I walked in there, I'm like, what in the world is going on here? Am I on Shangri-La or something? It looks beautiful. Every room has some kind of color that's popping out, and even when you're outside, you notice colors popping. So, for visuals, Moon is probably the biggest improvement out of all the maps. And also on top of that, guys, it has a really awesome Easter egg. It has a really epic Easter egg when you're blowing up the Earth. So Moon, guys, in general is it's an amazing map now in Black Ops 3. I wouldn't say it's the best map, but it's definitely the most improved map, and I would definitely recommend giving Moon a go, especially if you played it back in Black Ops 1. For those of you who are new, it might not be all that crazy for you. You've probably seen gameplay, but for those of you who have played Moon before, you will be really shocked because this map looks absolutely insane. So obviously no Origins, no Verrückt, and no Ascension on this list. And I know a lot of you probably are thinking, Adam, why isn't Origins on this list? Origins is like the best map ever, and it is. But Origins really didn't improve that much with this remaster because it's the newest map that got remastered. At the end of Black Ops 2, Origins came out, and that wasn't that long ago compared to like Noct or Shinonuma or even Moon, right? Those maps are ancient compared to Origins. So it didn't improve that much, so I don't think it really deserved a spot on this list. We're talking about improvements. And then Verrückt is kind of like, okay, it's nothing crazy. And then Ascension is, you know, it's kind of similar to Verrückt. It's a good remaster, but it's nothing like over the top, mind-blowing like a lot of the maps on my list are. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more vids and not just live streams, drop a like on the video, let me know in the comment section below. And if I could pick one map for you guys to play right now, I definitely would recommend checking out Keynote or Toten. It's an awesome map. It's a chill map to play, and you guys are definitely going to enjoy it. So guys, again, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.